Good morning, YouTube Pipers. Oh God, I'm going all American. First of all, my housekeeping. I've forgotten the name of the pipe. It was given to me by Tim as some of his estate pipes. It's a lovely smoker, and I'm smoking in it the last of my Dunbar Esoterica. Very nice tobacco, very sad at the end, but there again, I've had the joy and pleasure of smoking it. This is a VR to the Dwarven Piper, who wanted to know about 3 monster films or horror films that we really liked. I'm afraid 2 of mine are very old, and one's a television series. Let's just get this pipe going. Sorry about that. The first film is by one of the greatest horror actors that I think has ever done films, and that's Boris Karloff. I know he's sort of got a mixed reputation, but when you see the hundreds of different films he's done, from Fu Manchu and through the horror films and some of the comedy films, comedy horror. But the film I want to mention is Frankenstein. I thought it was one of the best black and white films, horror films, and very sympathetically done by him, especially that scene by the riverside with the little girl and the great tragedy of wanting to play and ending up drowning her. A remarkable man. There's a website put up by his family that includes quite a lot of stuff on him. For somebody called Pratt, he certainly did a lot of good films. The second one is another black and white film, and I know some others have chosen this as well, and that's Nosferatu. It's a silent film, it's a vampire film, and the use of shadows against the wall as Nosferatu's sort of walking up the stairs or moving along is just superb cinematography. You think of the early days of cinema, and some of the stuff they did was outstanding. You know, it really was. And that film is a great horror film. Not very often watched now, but you do occasionally sometimes see it. Now to the television series. If you want monsters, there are monsters galore in this. And that's the series Grimm, based on sort of fairy tales from Germany, but I just love it. Carolyn and I have a sort of regular rotation of things that we watch. We usually start with Doctor Who, and then maybe Primeval, the English version, not the American, and then Torchwood, which was brilliant, and unfortunately spoilt by your people over there with the last one made. And then Grimm, and so on, and we have other ones that we go around. We're soon going to be starting our collection of Scrooge films. But Grimm is about a a grim, somebody who kills monsters, chases them, kills them. But not all monsters are bad, and in the film there's a bloodbod and other people who help him. He's a policeman, so he gets a lot of chance to see the different monsters, and it's just well worth watching. But if a television series isn't suitable and you want another horror film, it's got to be one of the Hammer films, I think. Either The Fall of the House of Usher, Comedy of Terrors, which stars Boris Karloff and Peter Lorre, and they're undertakers and they've only got one coffin. So when they go to bury people, they just sort of throw them out of the coffin. And then one couple want the coffin on show, and poor Boris Karloff's devastated. Is there no morality left in the world? Superb films. But I want to say congratulations to Dwarven Piper. I love your site. I know we always say this, but it's so true. There are so many good sites on YouTube and so many good guys on it as well. And I wish you all the best for the future with your VRs and draws and especially with your channel. And I wish you the best as well for your life at home. I hope that you receive all the blessings that you deserve. I think I'm going to end it there. But I suppose I should end it with a joke. If I can think of one. This is you might have heard this, I don't know, or whether I've done it before. I don't think I have. There's this Irishman, and he finds this bottle on a beach, and he opens the cork, and this genie pops out. And the genie says to him, you can have 3 wishes. So the Irishman sort of thinks about it and thinks, I'd like an everlasting bottle of Guinness, please. So the genie gives him an everlasting bottle of Guinness and sort of said, you've got 2 more wishes. So I'll have a couple more bottles like this, please.